Flu season officially started Sunday, and many people are hesitant to get a shot in fear of getting sick. Dr. Richard Chaffoo is here with more on this, and good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Kristina. Good to see
So
you.
let's talk about this because the vaccination rates are low.
They are low, Kristina. You know, only about 45% of Americans get the vaccine each year, and the unfortunate thing is 8% of our population last year got the flu. That's 26 million people.
Wow.
Hundreds of thousands of people were hospitalized, and tens of thousands of people died from the flu needlessly.
Wow. And so, but a lot of people will say, you know, I get the vaccine, I get sick. So why is it? They have this idea, they get the vaccine, they don't get sick, but then they start to feel sick immediately after.
So what happens, and I get the flu shot every year, is you may get a mild reaction. And I always like to tell patients the flu shot is a dead virus, an inactive virus. You cannot get the flu from it. But what people do get is some mild symptoms, which actually is a good thing because it means your immune system is ramping up. So what are those things? You might get some soreness in the shoulder where the shot was given, feel a little achy for a few days and think, you know, I got the flu. I'm not going to do that next year, when in fact, you actually got a reaction showing your immune system is protecting you against the flu.
Oh, interesting. So is it still possible to get the flu after getting the vaccination?
Yes, it is, because it takes about 2 weeks for you to become immunized to the flu, for you to build up your natural immune system. So say if you got exposed to the flu during that period of time, you could still get the flu. The good news is, though, the symptoms are probably going to be much less, and the duration of the flu would be less as well, because you've got some antibodies on board.
Okay, but your recommendation is?
Yes, the CDC's recommendation is that anyone over the age of 6 months of age should get a flu vaccine. There would be some obvious examples of people that are severely immunocompromised on chemotherapy. Of course, they need to check with their physician to make sure. But it makes us a good citizen, Kristina, because if we're not getting the flu shot, we're putting, you know, our children at risk, we're putting the elderly people at risk, people that we don't want to get the flu. And the flu is not not like getting a bad cold. Unfortunately, the deaths occur because people get complications like pneumonia. And so it can be a very serious illness. I was flying back a few years ago from Hong Kong and got the Hong Kong flu. And I can tell you it's not like a bad cold. And after that, it was like, you know, every year I'm going to make sure I get the flu shot. And of course, as a physician, you're around people all the time. You want to make sure you protect your patients.
Okay, so that's in regarding to the flu shot. Now, hold on. I did read one more thing, and while we still have you here, I want to switch gears here.
Sure.
You know, obviously the holidays, we're picking up, you know, the pumpkin cheesecake and the pumpkin pie and apple pie. Okay, but a new study shows snacking on nuts can actually prevent weight gain. So if we want a snack, maybe we don't grab the cookies, we grab the nuts. Can you explain the science behind this?
Yes, and that's a good, so the science behind that is, you know, unfortunately, and this was a great study because these are 3 research studies done over several 100,000 people over a 20-year period, and they looked at their diet and they found that actually what happens is that as we age, we can put on weight up to 1 pound a year. It doesn't sound much, but at 20, 30 years, we're now suddenly obese when beforehand we weren't. And that's because we're making the wrong choices for snacks. The researchers found that if you eat nuts, for example, as a snack, you are 23% less likely to put on that weight and then other snacks. And the reason being that this is a protein. And so it tends to satiate us, satisfy us quicker and actually longer. So we're not likely to dip into that cookie jar for another cookie, and that's what the researchers found.
Are we talking about specific cashews, almonds?
So the best things in the study they found were almonds and walnuts. About half an ounce, which is equal to a handful of those nuts, will really last you in between your meals.
And this is like not honey roasted. I mean, these are the raw.
Correct. The raw. We got to be careful about that. So not adding the extra sugar, which is the problem with this in the first place.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's good to know.
Yes.
I got to pack some for next time. Dr. Chaffoo, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Good to see you.